What happens when a powerful CEO, spiraling under the influence of a mysterious drug, forces a fiery delivery girl into his life as his unlikely savior only for her to become pregnant with his child? Dive into a whirlwind of passion, betrayal, and shocking twists that will leave you breathless. Subscribe now to unlock this gripping tale and more heart-pounding stories that pull you in and never let go. In the heart of New York's glittering skyline, Alexander Kane, the 38-year-old CEO of Kane Enterprises, was a titan of industry, his name synonymous with ruthless ambition and unshakable control. His penthouse office, perched atop a glass tower, overlooked the city that bowed to his every whim, but beneath his tailored suits and steely gaze, a dark secret festered. For months, Alexander had been slipping into a haze, his mind clouded by a mysterious drug slipped into his nightly whiskey by an unseen enemy. It wasn't just any drug, it sharpened his focus to a razor's edge but eroded his sanity, leaving him paranoid, volatile, and dangerously impulsive. Doctors couldn't pinpoint the cause. His trusted advisors whispered of sabotage, but Alexander trusted no one. His empire teetered as his erratic decisions tanked stocks and alienated partners. Enter Mia Harper, a 24-year-old delivery girl scraping by in the city's underbelly, her fiery spirit matched only by her determination to escape her dead-end life. With her cropped leather jacket and scuffed boots, Mia zipped through Manhattan on her beat-up scooter, delivering gourmet meals to the elite she secretly despised. One stormy night, a last-minute order sent her to Kane Enterprises, where disheveled Alexander, eyes wild with the drug's effects, mistook her for a courier carrying his cure. In a manic frenzy, he cornered her in his office, demanding she hand over the antidote he believed she carried. Mia, quick-witted and fearless, saw through his delusion but played along, sensing danger but also an opportunity. She slipped him a placebo, a sugar pill from her banga, claiming it was the cure, hoping to calm him long enough to escape. To her shock, Alexander's paranoia ebbed, his clarity returning for the first time in weeks. Convinced Mia was his salvation, he refused to let her leave, offering her a deal: stay by his side, be his cure, and he'd pay her enough to change her life. Desperate for money to save her sick younger brother, Mia agreed, unaware she was stepping into a viper's nest. Days turned to weeks, and Mia became Alexander's shadow, administering placebos while dodging his unpredictable moods. The drug's source remained a mystery, but its effects lingered, pulling Alexander between lucidity and madness. Mia, meanwhile, uncovered glimpses of the man beneath the monster, a grieving son haunted by his father's legacy, a genius undone by betrayal. Their forced proximity sparked an undeniable chemistry, a dangerous dance of power and vulnerability. One night, after a heated argument over his refusal to seek real help, passion overtook them. In the dim glow of his penthouse, they crossed a line, their connection raw and reckless. Mia woke the next morning regretting her lapse, vowing to keep her distance, but fate had other plans. Weeks later, a missed period and a positive test turned her world upside down as she was pregnant with Alexander's child. Terrified, she tried to flee, but Alexander, now obsessed with her, tracked her down. Instead of anger, he shocked her with a proposal: come live with him, let him protect her and the baby. Mia, torn between fear and the promise of stability for her brother, reluctantly moved into his opulent home. But the mansion was no sanctuary. Alexander's sister, Cassandra, a cold and calculating heiress, saw Mia as a threat to the Kane legacy. She dug into Mia's past, uncovering her brother's medical debts and using them to blackmail Mia into spying on Alexander's business dealings. Meanwhile, Alexander's right-hand man, Victor, harbored his own agenda, slipping the drug into Alexander's drinks to destabilize the company for a hostile takeover. Mia, caught in the crossfire, played a dangerous game, feeding Cassandra useless information while searching for proof of Victor's betrayal. The deeper she dug, the more she realized the drug wasn't random, it was a bioweapon tailored to Alexander's DNA, engineered by a rival corporation. As her pregnancy progressed, Mia's bond with Alexander deepened, but so did the risks. Victor grew suspicious, planting bugs in the mansion to monitor her. One night, Mia overheard him plotting to overdose Alexander, framing her for murder. Heart pounding, she confronted Alexander, revealing everything: her pregnancy, Cassandra's blackmail, and Victor's treachery. Enraged, Alexander set a trap, luring Victor into a confession recorded by hidden cameras. But the victory was short-lived. Cassandra, furious at being outmaneuvered, leaked Mia's past to the tabloids, painting her as a gold digger. The scandal threatened to tank Kane Enterprises, and Alexander, still battling the drug's lingering effects, lashed out, accusing Mia of disloyalty. Heartbroken, Mia fled to a run-down motel, determined to raise her child alone. But Alexander, sobered by her absence, tracked her down, his eyes clear for the first time in months. He'd found the drug's source, a chemist in the rival corporation, and neutralized the threat. On his knees, he begged Mia's forgiveness, promising to be the man she and their child deserved. In a tearful reunion, Mia agreed to return, but not as his cure or his captive, as his equal. Together, they faced the world, rebuilding his empire while preparing for their child. Cassandra, stripped of her inheritance, vanished into obscurity, and Victor faced prison. Mia, once a delivery girl, stood beside Alexander as his partner, her strength reshaping the Kane legacy. Their love, forged in chaos, became their greatest triumph, a testament to the power of redemption and the unexpected paths to family.